Welcome, Sunday Pampu. Like always, we had a quite nice move on the Sunday through the weekend, end of the week, technically as well. So quite nice and bounce from it. So eventually we are still a little bit more sideways and facing some of the resistance above us. Let's see if we're gonna regain that. There's a bit much more to talk about it on the charts. And so far, if you look at the bits, like the one above 1K bids are quite heavily right now through the week and days of holding price, or like, I don't know. It's weird to see them like that often coming back into the market right now after the big dump. Before they've been like rarely to find, but so far it's good. So yeah, taking out the 700 bits above us, and we might even skyrocket or whatever. Let's see. There is some resistance as well above to hold us. There is as well this kind of a block what might disappear as well if you zoom in into the bits, but let's see. There is a lot of going on, but let me put this on the side and I hope you can see as well. Yeah, the charts are fine. Yeah, okay. So VIX quite nicely to the downside. We went below the 17. That's fine. We are aiming right now to go, I hope, we're gonna open up below 15 after that move to the upside from the through the weekend. So that could be nice potentially to bring the wicks a little bit lower. But that said as well, every single time we went below that area, we had a significant bounce from it as well. So if that's going to be the chop way sideways move on Bitcoin, could be like potential in 10 or even a little bit more above 15K movement. That's fine. Still potential to do that, because every single time, and right now from this whole move what we had over here on the oscillator, I'm not really like facing like quite heavily on that one, but it shows as well quite flip of the strength as well to the downside right now. So if we start to turn around, then we might do that. There is an area that I'm kind of looking in between to get back into this area, 20-ish bonds. Let's see if we're going to reach that. If not, that's going to be still continuation or a bit more sideways or choppy ways of this kind of potential move what they used to do. So if we're going to have that, that's fine for the market as well. If we're not going to reach even 28, I'm fine with it. But we could have that back. I'm still not really don't know if that was the whole move. Potentially we might have something bigger incoming. I don't know yet. It feels a little bit odd, but we fail from that quite significant. Moving on the Dixie. This one bothers me as well a little bit because it's going a bit more in the sideways with that technically bottom, double bottom what we create. But it's quite heavily and nicely regaining everything. So if we start to do that as well, if we start to regain 100 bucks, we might find our reach around the 101.7-ish area. So that's still a quite heavy push to the upside. That doesn't always mean something good for the market, but let's see how that's going to be play out. But so far, I seriously don't want to go above this area. We've been mentioning as well quite a lot. So let's see how that's going to play out. Overall, on the whole market, potentially, yes, we are moving quite heavily to the upside. Are we regaining anything? Not yet. Yes, we could argue we had this regain of this hip, but the main one what we need to flip is over here, right? Then we're gonna face the resistance at the whole move to the downside. So technically, we're still in a continuation. We are still could go even sideways from now point till we're not gonna regain this hip over here. And yes, this is the only thing what I'm aiming for, to even potential get into the resistance above us. So this is what it is. I seriously don't want to lose now as well the previous low what we settled. Why? It's gonna bring us over here. If we start to fail on that one, then believe me, we're gonna aim for the low of this freaking whole wick, because that's the weekly whole swing that brings us all the way to the market high. So that's said. Pex, I don't think there's some, yes, that price action and gold as well. Yeah. Don't think that's going to be something interesting, because right now we have a dead price action on it on both of the tokens as well, and the oscillators start to cool off as well quite heavily. The cash flow is still super positive, so even you have the reverses on those ones, that doesn't change at all. That means still people are buying it up and pushing it higher. Either way, we fell from the whole structure-wise of those quite significant sell-offs. We still didn't break the main area that I want to lose on it to go a little bit lower. We're still holding on that one. So potentially still, if that starts to keep going sideways and cooling off, we might do that another wick, or potentially even filling up the whole wick, or doing this, because gold technically didn't reach that area, only PEX token reached that. So who knows, we might even have that one more upside move on gold. And that said, moving on, I want to mention as well this freaking stocks. So nice failure. The gap still there, 6%. From the gap, we did another 5.4. So technically, I've been mentioning, we had a nice hold of 1111. Jesus, 1111 area. Nice hold on, and I've been mentioning if we start to break that, where we go 106, and that's might be the potential hold. I'm seriously not sure yet, because that's a quite significant flip of the resistance. That could be. If not, then I'm aiming we're gonna go to literally 1K on Netflix. So nice move, really good one. I have a small one. It's not the biggest position that I always want to have it on that one, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, really cool. And now we have a quite significant CME gap. If we start to close anything or open a weekly right now around this area, where we're around 113.6, yeah, that's going to be somewhere around this. So if that's open up, this is going to be the quite significant CME gap. Last time we had that quite big one. I think it's going to be around this area, or maybe low, I don't remember. Anyhow, that's going to be as well something to keep in mind on it. It's not something that I really think like, yeah, we're going to fill that up or whatever for the continuation. It's just there to consider something, right, about it. Dominance still kind of sideways. We still didn't even regain the previous 60%, or even failed the local 59. So let's see how that's going to carry on. But we are starting to get quite overheated as well on that one. So as well, start to get close to 60. That could potentially be a failure from it and go lower. I would like to see failing it right now straight into the 59 and then start to lose something, because technically this is still upwards movement, right? We didn't lose anything yet besides this whole move. So be aware of that. Go back to wicks. Volumetrics. We had some stop off of the pushes from the bulls, so quite interesting stuff what's going on over here. So it was a little bit dead. That said, we came into the point of control level over here. I need to change the color of that one. So we had technically already a flip, but we didn't retest that one. So that would be really nice as well to come back into that. That's as well daily open area for any kind of continuation. That's cool. We are right now into the bigger resistance area of this hip. So that's the resistance over here. Not much higher liquidity over here. But even then, if you get into that resistance and we start to go above that, there is quite significant low volume area and fair value gap over here. So we might spike higher up, and that's going to be the retest of this stuff over here. On the side, retest bearishly. So let's see how that's going to react from the market. We see already some liquidity coming into the market below us. So that's start to get appealing as well. If we start to go lower, start to fail something, we might take some of that part with us, right? Let's see. Most of the oscillators are quite heavily overheated just because of that move. We didn't even come back for any lows. We're still holding it, and the pressure been quite heavily to the upside. Let's see how long we're gonna keep that. Shitcoins are taking over. I didn't even realize which one or what's going on and which tokens are really exploding. I don't care that much about them. Large caps and alts are a little bit more sideways and middle, like neutral line, right? Stablecoins quite nice and low. If we keep that, then that's fine. We're gonna carry on into bigger resistance above us. So yeah, it is what it is. Capital flow index, nice flip from last Wednesday. Yeah, the 22nd. So that's a nice flip of the whole market. Still going higher. We technically fully are almost above the neutral line, so that's quite nice to see. There's some potential as well for alts to pick up as well from if the weekly open is going to be quite positive. By the look of it, it is so far. So yeah, still good. I do not like this situation. Most of the coins, or technically the VIX, PEX, Dixie, and USDT are quite low on the capital flow index. So if you have that, potentially you might see any flip in that. So I seriously don't like that. So let's see if this gonna be this, definitely the continuation, the whole move, and we're still gonna go around 100%. What possibly it could be on the high time frame, right? It still potentially can go lower. We are right now aiming into around the neutral line, so potentially there is some room to go higher up. Let's see how the weekly is gonna go open, because that's gonna be quite interesting as well. And yeah, like I said, everyone is freaking smashing the green button right now on the Sundays as well. Like previously 4, 5, 6 times been as well, kind of the same. And remember, but most of the times when I'm streaming on Sunday, it's quite positive price action going on. So watch out for the weekly open. Could have some potential pullback on it, and then of course the continuation. Structure wise, so thing is, like, we had this freaking explosive move to into the resistance already. We barely tested it by the wick. So far we are going back into that area. This is still daily resistance, the first one, right? I think that's obvious as well. We came back from that. We failed the structure twice, and even the biggest structure over here to the left side after the biggest wick. So I mean, that's quite significant to regain that. That's already first sign to even start to get into the bigger resistance above us. But technically as well, and I know that people don't like to hear that, but technically this is still continuation till that's gonna be broken. Yes, we have the upwards move, we have the higher low technically as well on below us, but to be certain and have a confirmation, this is the confirmation to regain this stuff above us, and we could do that over here, coming back and then do something like this, or even straight up, because that's quite low volume area over here, so not really potential for a resistance above us till we're gonna reach something about 123 area. What I care about it first, and then see if we're gonna flip that as well. So far, let me lock this as well. Monthly candle, quite nice recovery, even from both sides. Like if you're gonna close a little bit more above, that could be possible, but we still have a fucking week. Yeah, not even a week to go for that one. Could be interesting. Let's see how we're gonna close that one. Weekly one, it's a bit more interesting, even if this is a bullish candle, quite strong one. I still wanted to close in 6 and 40 minutes, 6 hours and 40 minutes above the 115. That could be much more possible upside movement, and quite quicker as well for it to open up above that area. If not, we could see potentially wick open, or sorry, candle open, coming back, retest the lows, and then continue higher up for the high of it. And that's why I'm aiming for around the 25 area, 125 area ish, because 123 is the highest close, but the wick is 125 ish, 126 ish as well area to close anything above that. That's gonna be still continuation in the move, right? Because that's gonna be the highest close, because right now what we are doing, we're setting only new lows so far. So for any certain confirmation that we're gonna go higher up, and that means higher into the fucking 140, 150, whatever people want to see scream off the roof slopes, then that's gonna be your highest close. We could do a fake out, that's all still possible, that we're gonna close anything above it and we're gonna fucking nuke from it, all possible. But then potentially to go even higher up, it's still much more. So yeah. And is there any news, by the way, coming in next week? Good. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh no, is this the rate cut shit next week? Oh, okay, never mind then. That could be. And there is as well quite a lot of PCI, personal, and spendings. Get to 0%. I mean, let's see. So the thing is as well, like, that's going to be interesting, because eventually if you start to open up the week as well, and that's just a prediction, open the week over here, we're going to retest the lows, and the number's going to be quite negative, and they're going to do some fucking shenanigans, then you might see coming back into the 100k. The one that didn't been hit quite significant on that move. And still coming back into that area, that could be potential as well. A nice bigger move as well to the upside, to the resistance. See if you're going to fail that. And that's going to be deciding what we're going to do, if we're going to regain or fail from it. Right. Let's delete this and this. Just because there is, yes, there is some resistance, liquidity above it, but we are already quite heavily overheated. So next time we're gonna, one of the first times we're gonna have the cross or reversal cross from the cash flow, we might see some potential pulling back into the lows of it. I don't say we're gonna break anything, but still potential to take even this chunk over here before the support, and that's could be as well potential to go higher, or even something like this, grind it out. So putting it a bit more leverage over here potentially, and then grab them. That could be as well quite nice move to the upside. If so not, we might even get into the 100. That fits quite nicely with 100k with all that liquidity to even get above the all-time high. But let's see how that's gonna play out, because we still technically we didn't regain anything from the daily close or the daily structure close. So that's the first aim that I'm aiming for. The rest, if we're gonna get into that, I mean, by all means, that's fine. I'm still considering close anything above 125 for a bigger and high time frame continuation. There was something else I want to mention it. I don't remember, man. I had a meeting before this area and I have no clue anymore what I want to talk. Anyhow, I think that was the, yeah, there was a nice flip of the RSI as well, what we had over here. Nice hold of that small structure over here. So that's good. Right now, you really want to regain all of this stuff over here. So that could be quite significant for the upside. Of course, by all means, we still could see some small pullback into the daily open or into that small hip over here for the higher time frame liquidity. Oh, my phone is blowing up again. Fucking hell. So yeah, I think that's quite all on Bitcoin. Yeah. Still aiming into it, that's fine. And yeah, they've been quite pushed. So there is as well fair value gap on the daily. That's going to be as well on here. On this one, what we just create, that's as well the CME gap, both of them. So interesting. That's going to be definitely interesting weekly open to see. And potentially we could do something like this as well. Right, this structure over here into next weekend. So next weekend's going to be as well monthly open, pulling back, and then do this. Could be. That would be quite interesting as well to do. Right, 2 weekly opens, positive, monthly open, coming back for the lows, and then maybe something like this. So yeah, could be interesting. Not much change from last Wednesday. So yeah, let's see on the rest of the actions. Really nice move. That one was really perfect as well. Into resistance, nice failure of the thing right now. If you start to regain, there is quite potentially a bit more above us. I extend this box a little bit more, but there's quite resistance. Into the bucket, there's a bit more to take. Let's see if that's gonna be going into the 53 that I've been mentioning. That's my daily bearish retest. On the side, I would like to see that first, regaining this stuff, and that's gonna be changing as well the whole structure of it. Potentially even go higher up. If we start to regain 52-ish area, and without even issue going through the 53, then potentially we're gonna get into the box I'm aiming to get into. So that's gonna be above the 68, around 62-ish area. Let's see how that's gonna play out. That could be really nice. But that's freaking strong. Back into the resistance, regaining that could be nice. Yeah. So AVAX and Injective are quite slow, I guess. They had some beatings to deal with to the downside. So yeah, that's still aiming to regain the local price action as well. But it's quite Injective might have a little bit front run it. So yeah, there is still a lot of going on it. Before even we're gonna reach to the freaking failure of the high time frame, that's gonna take a while. I don't think we're gonna do that in one go. That's will need some grinding. Definitely some sideways or even something like this, coming back into it and then do the bigger move. Maybe. Yeah, to get everyone into it. Could be. If, same thing, everything is getting into the daily resistance, that's obvious, I guess. That failure over here was quite significant. So, yeah. Into that, regaining the local price action, but still the higher time frame is still over here to regain. Doing that, you have the eventually as well, like everything else on the market on the side retest, and then you're getting into the swing failure, what you had over here. That was quite neat. Yeah. But it's holding quite better than the rest of the freaking market on this low. So yeah, I like how it looks like. That's the zero. I wish. So yeah, Solana, same thing. Everything is exact the same on the structure. So yeah, really quite nice move overall. Not much changed. Yeah. So yeah, bearish retest from Solana to 1-ish area flip. Yeah, flip of 218. Then you're gonna get for the bigger stuff, and I think Solana might do that even quicker or earlier. Not sure. I feel like the Solana tokens might move as well soon, because the way how this been hold as well from that dump, it's something special. Like not even like most of the coins cannot even talk about this kind of freaking hold of the structure. So yeah. Yeah, it's not even hyped it as well, hold, but freaking that wick, it's even painful as well to watch. So yeah. What do we have here more? Something special about it was this even did something. Nope. The fuck happened here? Jeez. This is still alive. Curve. Oh yeah, Crow. I wanted to check. Interesting. Has to flip. So yeah, it's nice movement, of course, right? It's perfect. It's good. It's great. But now we need to see if we're gonna have a continuation. Continuation means regain the freaking resistance, or even regain this area, come back for the lows, and then you have continuation. If you're gonna fail right now, it's still fine. Like 4 hours you regain, so you have something to hold on. Then I will assume you're gonna get into this support over here and try to hold that, and do that again, maybe again, and do this instead this, right? So yeah. I don't have music on, so I'm starting to coming. I hope you are aware if you're gonna get close to 106. That's been tested as well. That's not gonna hold you. There's nothing that's gonna hold you. Only the liquidity is there to grab, to bounce from. Nothing on the structure. So this, all of this, been already tested to the downside. And then of course, like obvious, all of this been tested as well. Oh shit. All right. So if you think about that, try to turn around, then that's kind of like a slide through it to go to 100k. But that means we need to break 107 or 108 structure. So far, that's not even close yet. How are the bits looking? 700-ish. 1k been pulled. Cool. So yeah. Would be nice to regain 150 before the weekly's gonna open. Gonna be interesting, that's for sure. But we see some most tokens pulling back a little bit. What does 1 hour look like? Still on the side retesting. Reversal sign already. Set it in. Okay. Let's see. We could have a nice pullback into the daily open. Right? We flip that. We could still do this. And have a continuation. All possible. If not, get deeper into 110. Oh yeah, possible. If I might borrow, that's gonna be as well like a freaking super flip, I guess. Yep. Flip in the mid range. That would be nice to be up and trading above the mid range and not below that. That whole flip over here, I would like that much more. But hey, let's see.
Hey, bro.
Oh shit! You scared me the shit out of me. Didn't pay attention on Discord. Sorry. What up?
Check out Mavia.
The what? Mavia?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
The fuck is that? Mavia?
No idea, but it just ripped all of the lower side liquidity, or like the
Bro,
liquidity.
what the fuck is this?
I was just going through like the HLP vault on Hyperliquid, looking at what their most negative position was, and it happened to be a short on Mavia. So I was like,
Jesus.
what's going on Mavia?
Fucking hell, 105x. Nice. Yeah, that's quite often happened as well. 80%. Wick to 70%. Jesus, that's nice. But yeah, this whole thing over here, I think they switch into the different project, or they change something, or in the name or company. Because this kind of a big ass gap to the downside, that's always freaking wrong. It's gaming? What kind of gaming? Hey, Prabhu, that's been a while, by the way. Logan, how are you doing? Well, yeah, that's obviously like, how the fuck do you catch this? Like, not. Because it did a freaking close below already and it flipped quite straight, so. For some reason. Yeah, been a while. Yeah. But yeah, hey, fun. People say that one axis or above one axis doesn't happen in the market. Huh? There he is. Look at that. Oh. Look at that. Jesus. I bet there are more. or not? Or is that the only one who had move on it? Oh shit. I hate to do that, but but yeah, this is something special. Happens to the best ones. Cool stuff. But yeah, nice back into the resistance. Let's see how we're gonna flip that. That would be nice. If so. If not, with the pullback to 110, that's the max what you want. Closing anything below that, you're going back into the 1.7. And that's your last ever support before hitting 100k. Exactly. Oh yeah. I guess I can switch this off. How are you guys on the capital flow index? Are you using it? Are you implementing into your strategy, or are you don't bother with it? Did it pull the bits? Cool. Cool. Okay. I wonder how this is gonna change tomorrow. Or from tomorrow. There's a lot coming into the market as well, and that could be volatile as fuck from the next week. Especially, not this. This bullshit. On top of it with Friday. That's gonna be Friday 31st. Yeah. Yeah, it is. By the way, I didn't even realize today that the clocks are changed. Or been already changed at night. Jesus. Bit late with that. But we still deal with this kind of bullshit that we need to change the clocks. Bye. Yeah, that's gonna be quite interesting to see. I wonder if Dixie gonna go lower and VIX continues. That would be really good. Yeah. No wonder hype is quite extended as well. Still into resistance swing. The thing is, watch out. I hope you guys into Per. Had a nice move already. Regain was one of the few ones fucking daily high. So that could do another. I'm aiming it's gonna get close to 1 or 2-1 first. Small hip over here. Like I'm saying, this one I'm fucking blindly long every single low. Or like bits sets through all of this shit over here. In this area. Every single time it will come into that, it's a hit. How is this doing? Is it still alive? People still thinking about it? I didn't hear anyone talking about it lately, so no one complained about it. Jesus. Ew. SMT had a nice buyback. And trying. This is really, really squeezing. How is that material thing going on? Are you in? Are you started doing the material or? Oh no, did they have the unlock or something? Fuck, I don't remember. My brain is fried after yesterday. So potentially. Funny, Jack jumps in for a second and then he's leaving. Busy guy. We took most of it. Let's see if we're gonna carry on locally. But the most interesting stuff is the higher time frame. Yeah, that's the daily flip and resistance I've been talking about as well. And there is your local low. You hold most of the orders, I guess. So yeah. Oh, Thursday. Thursday. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that as well. Wednesday. Let's see how that's gonna play out. But yeah, anything else, guys, you wanna see? There is not much happening right now. I mean, not much. It's a nice pump, of course, but not much changing yet. Let's say. Oh, so. Oh, I forgot. You didn't been here for a while, so I forgot about Ondo and Pendle, but yeah, of course. Oh, shit. So, like, what the fuck was that? See, Orca. Yeah, pretty nice hold. Still squeezing. Freaking need to regain. Right now you're trying to. So this is your next target. I mean, it's gonna be on the exact the same thing on every single chart right now. So be aware. Not much really difference in on the charts. This is the whole move that you're going right now for. So technically on the 4-hour, you had the low, technically higher low. Yeah, you did hold on the wick, so that's fine. Had a nice buyback on that one. Regaining your previous high. So already you don't want to lose this. Going back into it. What are the levels above you? Q2 and 3. That's been tested already. See, previous weekly been tested once. That was a quite significant failure. You want to get close as possible to this to regain your previous resistance on June. So far, the only thing would be nice for it. Sorry, daily, and then start to move into the resistance. That's the whole thing. What's holding you down right now? You still have much more liquidity to the upside, quite heavily. So that's nice to see. You want to regain all of that stuff. So already. This is kind of the pullback that you want for. You don't want to lose anything below that because then technically everything's going to be tested till you're going to meet at 0.7. So those are two levels if you get go and get to have a pullback. Technically the most appropriate one will be 0.71 to hold on that one and then have a continuation because you really need to regain those Q2 and 3s right now. Then you're going to aim for the resistance. Above, then that's going to be a second time because then you're going to do some range eventually. Pendle, that's going to be interesting. Been a while. So I think this is clear, right? So far, if you start to retrace, that's your area to hold, the daily and definitely the weekly. And then you're going to go higher up. Pendle. Wait, how does it look like? Fucking hell. It went again to the area when me and Eagle start to trade this shit on spot. Almost fucking hell. Been a while. Yeah, I don't like this close. Sure. On it. That's quite significant loss of all of the structure. Yes, you're holding on your prior one, but still doesn't say nothing because you still have room to run a little bit deeper. You don't want that on the weekly. Daily wise, you start to recover, but then the fully flipped gonna be only when you flip the weekly, previous weekly 3.8, and then you have the whole way up into this resistance. Then you have the next one and the next one and the next one. So this is a bit painful because so far what Pendle is doing is technically a big ass squeeze, right? I'm not saying it's gonna continue, but if that's gonna continue, then that's gonna be quite painful, right? Doing all of this shit. Could be. Yeah. Trying to hold on that. 3.3. If you try to hold that as a mid-range, could be. So far, Pendle have a lot of work to do, and that's quite painful for it because it's been grinding most of the times and failing from the resistance. So I will not even be surprised if you're gonna be hitting even this and have a major pullback from it. Yeah. Are you spot on that one, by the way? I think so, right? You did. Oh, you covered my Sunday wonders. You're welcome, mate. I'm not sure if that was so wonderful, but I mean, not much change in the market. Like every single coin, it's doing exact the same structure. Like there's outliers, some, maybe 2 or 3 that are a little bit different, but that's all. Like every single freaking coin, like you go through, have the same whole fucking structure. Like switch this off, like this, right? It's all the same. Nothing changed yet. Locally, it's different, but high time frame, it's all the freaking same. Like, okay, this, even that, like, yeah, again, back into the resistance. Right? Like, yeah, cool. We fucking regained that for the 6th time already. Hope so. What's next? This big ass block. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of things to do. We are way, I mean, okay, we're not yet out of the woods, right? That's gonna start to happening when we start to regain your daily structure. Then and only then we can aim for the fucking 125 or 126.8 or whatever, stepwise, right? Like, yeah, I'm happy with the big pop. Like, fuck yeah, love it. But overall, did we change something? Not yet. So yeah. Oh yeah, Pendle, it's a painful one. That's gonna take some time to recover, or for sure that's gonna go for a sideways. Definitely. Yeah, even. So where the fuck is this going from? Like the shit coins that had the exploded move. Like, is there like 2 or 3 coins? Oh, for fuck's sake, this stupid thing. Is it like 2, 3 coins did that fucking explosive move or something? I don't have the whiz because I don't watch them so closely, but could be. Even this shit didn't even move that significant. Is this not the moment that Elon was talking about it? Wow. Apparently his tweets are not really that important anymore. Okay. That starts to change things as well after doing this. So let's see. Flipping this, you will bring you a little bit more higher. Straight up. Yeah. Been tested. So if this been already tested, the whole move. This starts to regain, then your next step is 1 to 7. Interesting. That's for sure. This still exists. That would be nice. I bet this will go a little bit higher. It's NVIDIA. The green heroes of chips. So yeah, anything else, guys? Any questions? Any tokens? Anything? Before I'm gonna meet with the boys and watch some Formula 1. Funny. Oh yeah. That's the robot talking. We have a bot in the audience, guys. That's what you get if you're way too late. Family dinner, yeah. They're important things. Good. What did you get? We're gonna order some. We was thinking about lobster buffet. That's cool. I'm seriously craving lobster for a week already. A proper one. Let's see. Or steak. So we had some family time. That's nice, man. That's really nice. What they say over here? Ba-da-da-da-dum. I hope you're not saying to me master, because that sounds weird. Meat cakes, fish. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Fuck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna order some like lobster today. Fuck that shit. So yeah. Oh, I've been here, I guess. It didn't play out, but like I think I've been mentioning. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so this good. Nice regain. Back at the resistance, so I don't need to draw as well. That's still the same from ages ago. Yeah, flip that shit. If you flip this 104 on that one, then definitely you're gonna aim for your freaking prior high, what you lost over here. Let's freaking delete all this bullshit. So yeah, because then not much gonna hold you if you start to flip this. This not gonna hold you at all. Maybe you're gonna see something like this coming back into this area. Flip of it, and then yeah, it's good. Nice move, but it's quite aggressive. Into the resistance. Let's start to change something. Yeah, there's quite a lot of things to do over here. There's gonna be quite a resistance if you get, yeah, see? Big ass order book overlapping as well. You are doing this move right here, flipping that, coming back into it. You might see something like this. formation, right? Same thing. And then try to do the upside move. But that's okay. It's nice. Now you need to hold it, right? It's good that you have that freaking aggressive move, but eventually you will need to hold it right now. So you don't want it to even come back close to that support, right? Because technically, yeah, you have the fair value gap in between and there is not much of liquidity. So you need to flip that right now and try to hold it. Yeah, that's Jesus, that wick went all the way to 0.26. Fucking hell. Sexy. Bitcoin Cash? What's that? BTC Cash? Nice. That 20%? Yeah, but that's quite normal for it, right? Even more, 20%, 20%. I remember we tried to fucking put a bot on that one, right? Or what was it? Something was that about it because of those moves. Yeah. Nice, but freaking hell, taking all of this liquidity over here. Jesus. That's nice. Support. Regaining that. Close now. That's gonna be freaking perfect. And you're coming back into the fill the wick. And then you have the continuation. Canary, right? Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Nice. Nice. This is like living their own life, I guess. This kind of stuff. See ya, Prabhu. Nice to see you back again. Baron, you too. You know, I saw some of you over here. But yeah. Oh, how is it looking, by the way? Shit. Always coming to the 1.05. What was that? VVV? Another one? Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. But that one, oh, you fuck. That's quite a fucking resistance. Jesus. Oh. Well, yeah, that's a nice move. Definitely. What's that? On the low. 30. 30. Jesus. Funny enough, every single time it regain prior high, it fucking rips to the downside. Like, bro, what the fuck are they doing there? Like, holy fuck. Yeah. So are you gonna tell me that's gonna do us another one? Apparently. No, Stu's gonna be happy about that one. Jesus. Gonna have some wet dreams about it. This still alive. I'm so happy I sold all of it. Didn't bother at all. Pippin? What's his name? Pippin. Is that Pippin? Well, like. Wait, what? Yeah. Most of them, like all of them, will do that. But it's the same thing. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, regain it prior high. Even better. Like, bang on. What did it do? Okay, from the low. Oh, okay. 2.5. Gee. Wow. Back where? The fucking midpoint. Over here. Look at that. Right into it. Oh, it's some fucking weird token. Like, do people seriously trade this? Like, okay, maybe not leverage, but like seriously, like consider buying this shit up or whatever? To wait, like, what's that? July with big ass dump in between to October. 90 days. For some hope. I don't know. Weird shit. I bet there is nothing left. Oops. See ya. See ya, mate. Prefer people, my print. But they use those tokens for the LPs, right? Only. It's not like they fucking trade that shit or something. Like normal trading. Hey, Urson. How you been, mate? This is pure for the pools, mate, right? Last 3 tokens that series was sending. This is pure for that kind of fucking use case. Right? Because no one in a fucking clear mind will trade that bullshit. Like normally. Say group was Griffey, like bro, wait. Is that still alive? People are still talking about this. I'm seriously surprised, and with all the respect they have for me, like they didn't die out of this week. Like it's been like literally on edge of the fucking cliff. Holy fuck! Like grass, okay, that's same thing, personal right, but a little bit more like. Okay, you can argue with me like there is a shitload of liquidity over here, right? Like yes, I agree with you on that one to grab that, but holy fuck. Yeah, some tokens like this was hardcore. But yeah, that one did already like fucking nothing from 2022, so hey, by all means. Hmm. Okay. Not much about the Firecoin, right? Oh, this is quite old. One been reached already. How's Random doing? Ooh. Struggling. Okay. Interesting stuff. So yeah. How long we still have? 6 hours. Okay. 6 hours left. Do you think? I don't think I look at Jupe. Do I have it over here? I don't see it straight out. Let me have a look on Jupe. I like that one a bit more, just because it regained his daily already high. So you are getting into resistance with still quite a lot of room to run. So any pullback right now from that one, that's quite nice if you start to hold on 0. What's that? 406, yeah. So that means that's previous daily open. That's quite nice flip. And even if you lose a day right now, I don't mind to come back to there and start to go higher up. Still, potentially, we have some safe gardens over here with 0.37 to hold you on the previous support. But then eventually, as nice as you want to go for the upside, then I will hold on 0.4. And then still continuation. High time frame didn't break. You regain your previous daily high. That's great. Right now, if you start to go higher, the best part of it is you have this wick and this wick. So that means you're going to go straight up for 0.47. All of this been tested, regaining that stuff even better, because then you start to aim for your 0.5. So only those two that's going to get hit, also resistance. There's nothing else in between. And then, of course, the high that you came from. So yeah, overall, this looks quite nice. I think one of the nicest charts right now with the regain and hold of the whole flip. So far, yeah, you could go a little bit lower on that one because you can see already some sell-off happening. But that's the whole, yeah, see, even 1 hour start to cool off. So coming back in 0.4 could be nice. Yeah. Cool. That looks quite nice. And I like the upside of it as well. Because of this. Technically, even doing this, right? So bang on, fail, and then you're gonna go something like this. If that happened. If not, you could still do something like this. Nice. That looks really nice. I like those wicks over here. So yeah, potentially it's quite a lot of room to run. How does it look on the... Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, to grab that, bounce from it. Don't need to, because most of the times you don't even come close to it. You're leaving it behind. But hey, potentially. Yep. And there is, oh, even better. Nice pocket over here. Not as highest, but still combined, all good. Small gap in between, but then eventually you have the next one over here. So yeah, really potentially a nice move for upside. If you start to cool off the oscillator, don't need to, and it still can continue either way. So yeah, looks good. And interesting as well. I might put it on my radar. Yeah, so far, getting into resistance. Let's see what's going to be the flip in 6 hours. Weekly open, that's going to be interesting. It would be nice to reach 115 and flip that as a close. If not, we're still going to be in a bullish candle. But overall, still didn't change anything till we're going to flip this area, 115, for even aiming to go higher up. So yeah, interesting stuff. And we start to get quite overheated on some of the lower metrics. So yeah, be aware. We still could come a little bit lower. 110, bounce from that, and then go straight higher. If that's going to happen, that's going to be nice week open. But we have shit loads of coming into next week. And I seriously don't like that shit. Especially this bullshit over here. What's going to be volatile. And this much, not much. But then end of the week, it's going to be freaking volatile for sure. Because what's the forecast? Lower, lower. Oh, same, sorry, same. And then that's going to be as well monthly close. So freaking be aware of that. Weekly and monthly close. No, not weekly. That's going to be monthly close. Weekly is going to be 2 days later. So yeah, volatile week. That's for sure. So be aware of that. Keep that in mind. If you're not in a position, don't rush it. It's always in another one that's coming in. Oh yeah. Sometimes better to stay sideways, and we're still not out of the woods yet. Maybe on some of the coins, Bitcoin, not so much yet. Still, we're gonna flip this area. All right, keep that in mind. Have a good one, and I will see you on the flip side Wednesday. And yeah, that's all I guess from me. Bye. Love you.